Sneezing with your eyes open, licking your elbow, tickling yourself. These few things are near impossible for humans to do. For about 4 decades, beating the game of Tetris was part of this list. That is, until now. Tetris has finally met its match in a teenager, a 13-year-old prodigy from Oklahoma, Willis Gibson. He started playing the game when he was 11, and now he has beaten the so-called endless game. How did he do it? I'll get to that, but first a primer on Tetris. It's a hugely popular game, a classic if you will. It was designed in 1984 by a Soviet engineer, then picked up by Nintendo, a gaming company, in 1989. Soon it became a worldwide sensation. Today there are over 200 variants of the game. It's a world record. Tetris mobile version has sold more than 100 million times, making it the 3rd best-selling video game of all time. In an era where video games offer cinematic visuals, plot lines and thousands of characters, Tetris has managed to stay relevant, ironically, thanks to its simplicity. And here's how it works. The user has to manipulate falling blocks and fit the varying shapes together to create solid rows. It sounds easy enough, but it's just as difficult. And that is the power of Tetris. Its simplicity draws you in. But as the level goes up, the blocks fall faster. Eventually, the speed shoots up dramatically and the player is overwhelmed. They lose. Tetris wins. The usual. For decades, winning Tetris was considered humanly impossible. Only artificial intelligence has ever beaten Tetris. So how did a teenager achieve this dizzying feat?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Gibson played the game for 38 minutes. He reached level 157 of the game. At this point, kill screen happened, meaning the screen froze and the game crashed. This is the point where the video game becomes unplayable due to limitations in its coding. You see, Tetris was not designed to be won. So when a player achieves scores that are so high, the game's memory bank overloads. In Gibson's game 2, you can see how the level reader is glitching from numbers to alphabets. It's because the code was not designed to advance so high. When the computer simply cannot continue, victory comes. Now the screen says 18, but that's level 157, and Gibson is the first human being to reach it. The achievement is massive, but its importance goes beyond the realm of arcade games. To give you context, Tetris is not just a game, it's a community. There are thousands of players dedicated to Tetris. There are international championships for it. So Gibson did not just play a game, he joined a living tradition. Until a few years ago, players believed it was only possible to play up to level 29. In 2011, that record broke, and players started reaching higher. They developed new techniques like hyper tapping and rolling, basically creative ways of rapidly tapping fingers and rolling the controller. And this is not just about gaming, it's a lesson in learning, in extending human performance. Scientists call this social learning a cultural evolution, and it's everywhere. Take the Olympic Games. In 1968, Dick Fosbury won the gold in high jumping. He jumped 7 feet and 4.19 inches using his Fosbury flop technique. No other competitor could pull it off then. But by the 2020 Olympics, every single competitor used the flop technique because they all had learnt it. Then they smashed Fosbury's record. What Fosbury did for high jumping, artificial intelligence and internet are doing now for every skill out there. The fear is that AI will make human skills obsolete. Well, it might, but the opposite could also be true. AI and internet can fuel skill learning. Today, it is easier than ever to learn something new, and humans as a species are defined by their ability to learn. Gibson's case is a landmark one, but it should collectively inspire us to push our boundaries, to extend our grasp and build our blocks towards victory, even if it's in Tetris.